So, when we talk about corporate stress, what's your take on corporate stress?
The same has become reality so sadly that they are not concerned. तुम्हारी जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है, they are not concerned. हमको अपना देखना है.
Chances of relapse ज़्यादा किस में है? Medication में कि music में?
Through my music, I wouldn't say my music, through music, I have got a lady out of coma on day number 5.
So guys, welcome back and thank you for sticking with us till now. We are going to cover something about corporate. Things that people face, they go through in each and every day of their life, Monday to Friday. And that's what we are going to cover right now. And this time, it's not just about me and Roshan. We have a special guest with us. Please welcome Murphy. He is a stress buster. I mean, pet lovers will be knowing this much better. So he is our stress buster, and we're gonna have him throughout our episode. So let's start. Roshan, you ready?
All set?
How are you? First of all, tell me. How are you? How was the lunch?
Oh, I'm lovely. I'm feeling good. The lunch was fantastic.
Perfect. Good to go?
Much required.
Good to go. Start. So when we talk about corporate stress, what's your take on corporate stress?
Very important. A corporate life can be very demanding. In fact, it's not can be my wrong statement, but is very demanding. Of course, different levels of designations. See, you have to understand one thing. People who are working in a corporate life or at office, any office space, they're coming from various races, religions, places of stay. They're all under one roof. What is a corporate body? As in, let's talk about the HR. What is their thing? I mean, they want the team building to get the best of the productivity. Why not?
Agreed.
Is that productivity actually happening?
That's their job.
That's their job, but is the productivity actually yielding that much? So that's why they do team building activities, take them out for dinners, parties, they're doing their bit.
They're doing their bit.
But what is actually happening within that person, individual's mind?
We cannot.
If you remember, I spoke about abstract stress.
Yes.
I kept on talking about triggers. If there's something wrong or not gone your way at your personal front, you cannot perform professionally and vice versa. Professionally, if you've got certain, what do you call those, targets, achievements, or whatever you have to do, you are going to be distracted even in your personal front.
Agreed.
So where does a person go? Of late, what is my observation? Corporate life is really demanding, yes. At the same time, there are a lot of the culture, the shift, where they are involving wellness programs for the employees. Okay. I've been conducting music therapy workshops
in corporates.
At the corporate offices.
So they've started recognizing this as a subject.
Yes.
Perfect.
Now, what happens? I've done a workshop, let's say 1 hour. Aapne kar diya. What after that? You come back to reality.
No, they try to reach out to you.
That is, they try. But do they do? A corporate has a workshop.
Okay.
1 घंटा कर दिया, बहुत अच्छा लगा. Music सुन लिया, बहुत अच्छा लगा. But once the workshop is over, they'll come back to their own workstation and work. My workshop is no different. What is a bit tweak of my workshop, which I want to talk about in the open, even in an open forum? I talk on abstract stress, which we all humans.
What is abstract stress? Just for our general
for the audience. Yeah.
For the audience, what is abstract stress? Abstract stress.
It's very simple. As I just mentioned, घर का माहौल is not very healthy. sometimes. But you have to keep a smile at office. Let's say you share it with a colleague, but somehow judgment to aayega.
हर जगह पे आएगा.
Same thing, you go back home. So you're carrying, we are all become like coolies.
Okay.
Baggage, abstract baggage.
Okay.
That's the right word.
So abstract means excess of something.
Which you can't even analyze what it is. That's why I use that word abstract. हमें समझ में नहीं आता.
अच्छा.
Those are hidden triggers in there that we don't. What is seen to us could be that is not the reason.
Okay.
So when I'm doing these workshops, I talk to a person, may them be in the groups, to give them hands-down exercises on music therapy, structures which I have curated, to give them that introspection drive, that 10 minutes to be with themselves. And I equip them with a tool to learn to accept even their emotions. We tend to fear our emotions.
So when you talk about workshops, do you actually take your console and this big unit console which we have right in front of us, piano?
Yes.
Do you go there and play it up or let them play with it?
No. The thing is, I'll tell you what, I have a different module. There are times I've taken this. There are times I've taken my DJ console. Okay. And of course, hands down exercises. Hands down, why on the console I put them up is everybody have a skill. Everybody, now when you're talking the corporate life, adults, we need a stress buster.
Obviously.
I would advocate music because music being your biggest stress buster.
That's why we have Murphy on
Murphy is my stress buster.
That's why we have him on this session.
I'm human. I'm human. He's my stress buster.
Agreed.
You look at any pet in the eye. You will, especially dogs, you will only see one thing. Take a wild guess, what is that?
Dog.
You're looking at the dog in the eye.
Yeah.
So what do you see in that? One
Cuteness.
thing. Cuteness. Selfless love.
Selfless love, yes.
You hit him, in 10 minutes he'll come back to you. But when we talk about we humans, we hold grudges for years and decades and decades. That's why you see, even in families, court cases on each other. A bunch of emotions. Okay, let me ask you, how many emotions are there in life? Keep naming them, come on.
Anger.
Okay.
Happy. Excitement. Sad.
Okay. Frustration, greed, panic, depression, anxiety,
yes.
blah, blah, blah.
Several.
Galat.
ये सब गलत, ये सब emotions है ही नहीं. Is that what you're trying to say?
Let me start. When a child is born and a child gets hungry, he cries.
Yes.
When you show the child a favorite color, he or she smiles. A child has got only two emotions. As the child grows up, society driven, could it be greed? Could it be jealousy? Could it be anger? Could it be X? Could it be Y? Which leads to, in teens, fear, more anxiety, panic attacks, leading to depression. These are all society driven.
Not
I don't say they are just red words, they are society driven.
But inbuilt it is true.
It is a part of our life. We have accepted it. But at least get that equip yourself with that tool to come out of it independently and confidently, which is a requirement in all corporate offices to help their employees. Because I always say one thing, if your mind is happy, your body is happy.
So how often do you think these sessions should be conducted in an office?
Once in 3 months at least.
Once in 3 months?
Yes.
Okay.
Once in 3 months, this is what I would recommend.
Okay.
All offices to take this step, and it'll be like you're reaching out to each and every employee, and in turn you're getting the best of the productivity from them. Mind happy, body happy.
But don't you think office nowadays are conducting sessions within the organization by keeping a group making a joint table conference
Oh,
where
yes.
people come and sit and
Oh,
talk to
yes.
each other.
Yes,
So
yes.
what? So don't you think that
How
itself
comfortable are they?
now it's but that solves the purpose.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking you.
I'm coming to it. You're sitting in your group of colleagues and you're talking about your
Yes,
problem.
yes, yes. Like a joint session.
It's very simple. There was a saying, each to himself. The same has become reality so sadly that they are not concerned. तुम्हारी जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है, they are not concerned. हमको अपना देखना है.
Okay.
तो अगर आप हमें अपना सुना रहे हो,
So this is because of the judgmental
judgments आ जाएंगे.
Okay.
There will be
okay.
judgments.
Understood. Understood.
Here, what I'm saying about these workshops, till the time you don't go inward to yourself, that is called introspection. You cannot find that light in that tunnel to bounce back.
Perfect. Understood. Noted.
So what do? We try to read a lot. ये information, वो information, दुनिया भर के चीजें करते हैं. But how to use it and when to use it, that is a tool. I wouldn't say I'm teaching you. I'm nobody to teach you. I'm just imparting a kind of a skill which I have learned. I'm just sharing it with you.
When you started this topic, your first sentence was, corporate life can be very demanding.
Yeah.
That got stuck in my mind for some reason. I don't know why. So, don't you think failure in corporate life is the only reason for mental health regression?
I again repeat, society driven. You have failed. See, you have to meet the expectations of your boss.
Yes.
You can't do it. What stops you by reaching out and taking help from, let's say, a colleague?
Colleague, yes.
Even before that, I can assure you one thing, having wellness sessions at your workspace, you are helping a person to introspect and find a way out which can handle that excess baggage. Because if he or she is happy within, you can actually think with more clarity and work towards even whatever challenge is coming your way. May them be professional, may them be personal.
So, somewhere you are trying to imply that it steals your psychological needs.
Of course. Everything revolves around psychological needs. Everything revolves around that. So what are we trying to steal over here? You're just being yourself. You just learn to accept yourself first. The problem with all of us, we don't accept the opposite person the way he or she is, but even before that, we have stopped accepting ourselves. हमें अपने आप से डर लगता है. We run away from our own shadow.
Because we again keep on thinking कि दूसरे लोग हमारे बारे में क्या सोचेंगे.
Exactly. दुनिया क्या कहेगी?
दुनिया क्या कहेगी?
अरे यार, why? As long as, I'm not saying do whatever you feel like. No, I don't.
No. Agreed.
What I'm trying to say,
point.
if your conscience is clear and you're not harming anybody, be honest to yourself at least. ठीक है, हमें नहीं आता है, बोलो. In workspace, you have to be diplomatic also. But with that diplomacy, seek help.
Okay. Each and every workspace do have team leaders.
Yes.
Right? They might be having 10, someone will be having 20. So what will be the role of a team leader to keep their team happy, to keep their team motivated, and also at the same time not to make them or not to push them under stress? What will be their role to keep the environment
See,
neat and clean?
they're doing, it's not, I'm not saying they're doing good job or bad job. They're doing their job well. Okay. They're trying their level best. May it be with team building activities, offsites, keeping them, glad, family days. They're doing their bit. What I'm trying to get over here is grow within, grow beyond, widen horizons for that person as an individual. Because only that, once addressed, you get the best out of that person. You get that real smile within you, even as a team leader, because even a team leader is a human being. Even a team leader is a human being. The same is what a teacher is for a classroom. One student is dealing with one teacher. One teacher is dealing with hundreds of
100 other
students.
students.
She is also a human being. So it's always I reach out, you reach out. So team leaders have to reach out even better. That's why I said jump the wall even better to your employees.
But I think these days organizations have started taking this as a not as an activity, but something very important aspect.
Oh yes, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It is trickling in.
Yes.
People are getting a bit serious about it,
Yes.
which is more than welcome. Which should have happened about 20 years ago. हो तो रहा है.
हो तो रहा है कम से कम.
शुरुआत हुई तो है.
Right, right. But someone who has just recently joined an organ, like say for X, a person X joined the organization, a newcomer, uh, getting it difficult to cope up with their
Of
own
course.
team, with the people around. What message would you like to pass on to him or her to build their confidence?
May it be an old joinee or a new joinee, may it be whoever, my only thing is side by side, learn to tap on a skill that you have and work on that skill. That skill could be a personal hobby, a skill can be talking to people, starting a conversation. Don't shy by asking what you don't know. Ask.
ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होएगा, गलत निकलोगे.
ज्यादा से ज्यादा आपको बात नहीं करेंगे, नहीं बोलेंगे, बट मंडे के बाद ट्यूसडे आता है ना, ट्यूसडे को बोलेंगे. बट वी आर ऑन अ मंडे बट वी वांट सैटरडे. वी आर ऑलवेज इन अ हरी. टाइम इज टू स्लो डाउन अ बिट. You need to slow down a bit.
Do you blame this? Do you blame this hurry to walking terrorist? Because of walking terrorist, things have moved so fast that we want everything in a bit.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong that we are moving fast.
Yeah.
I'm not saying run away from technology. Technology has become a necessity today.
Yeah.
Okay, it's become a necessity today. But जितना हम गुम हो गए अंदर, keeping to ourselves. I mean, why? Why? I would also like to mention one thing, that humans have made a machine, and the same machine is controlling a human today. And this is way across ages. I'm not saying run away from technology. You can connect with your loved ones around the world in just a click.
Absolutely.
You need that
nice.
connection. But what about the connection of the people around you? You're losing your connections over there. Why? Balance it out. Therapy works on those reflexes, helping you courage, independence, and helping you walk that thin rope, which is called the balance between your personal and professional life.
Beautiful.
That's all.
Noted. This is something which I am not saying, but this is a fact, and it says that 30% of individuals suffer from anxiety and depression. So first of all, is the fact right or is it wrong?
35%.
35%.
Could be 40.
Yes. So you think the numbers are going ahead in future?
Yeah.
Do you think that?
I know so. I know so. We only read about articles like, let's say, a grave thing called suicide or depression. We might read 5 articles, 10 articles. But the ratio is actually far beyond it. As I said, we need to come out of this stigma. We need to break this taboo. I'm not saying come to me, go to whoever you can vibe with, whoever you can relate with. Idea is please go. Please talk. It's called vent. V-E-N-T. It is a must. Because till the time, let us say you don't have any problem, but baat to karo. Probably because of you not having a problem and you having a conversation with me, you are helping me out of my problem. So humans help humans. But what we want on those phones is a one-way traffic. We are full-time. You know, when I type a message, how you perceive it is what your mind tells you. You might perceive it in an angry mood. Roshan is pissed with me. He's bugged with me. While I am innocently typing. And then what happens? Quarrels. Then arguments. Friendships break. Why? Take the phone, talk, meet. Array, go have a cup of coffee together. Sit out for a glass of wine. Meet real people. Meet real people and accept them the way they are.
Since now we are talking about stress, anxiety, and depression, and in your previous in your previous conversation, you stated that you are against medication because of your you're not from the medical line, so you are against medication. But at any given point of time, have you recommended someone a medicine?
No.
Never.
See, number one, I'm not against medication. Let me repair this statement. I have not said I'm against it. I have not said I'm for it. Because it's not my domain. But having said that, when medication is required, it is required. So let the right professionals handle it. What my work does, it's a holistic approach. It complements medication. It works your reflexes even faster. So that medication can work better. If you don't have the will within, I'm talking about the mind frame, to hell amount of medication you take, nothing is going to help you.
Chances of relapse ज़्यादा किस में है? Medication में कि music therapy में?
Relapse को जब होना है होगा. It's a mind state. It's a mind state. See, medical I don't want to get into it because it's not my domain. तो समझ में आएगा नहीं मुझे. अब मुझे समझना भी नहीं है.
Let's catch music therapy.
Even music therapy.
See, everything relapses again. See, so is your treatment same as before?
Is never a treatment.
I mean the way
it is venting out. Is a way of venting out.
Okay, have it been cases with you where you've cured? You will not use the term cure, but I couldn't find any other word as of now.
Okay.
Yeah, you've cured an individual, and few years down the line, he again comes back to you.
Of course.
So is the line of treatment same? What changes over there?
That is where I help them again spell out what happened, why is he or she in that stage, and that is when I help them recall what our conversation was and how they can see situations are going to change. You can't change the situation, but you can tweak yourself to work around the situations. So I just give them a reminder of working around those situations.
Okay, so basically,
life is a struggle.
Right.
Life is a struggle. So, but at the same time, if we have some kind of a discipline within us, now my way of disciplining myself is very simple. It's called music, and music is in each one of us. You may sing. We all are musicians.
No matter how bad you sound.
Bad or good is a different. That's somebody's judgment. No, that's somebody else's judgment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You feel like singing, you
absolutely.
sing. You want to shut your room and dance, why not? Play some music. There should be a vibration. And keep changing your genres of music. Because music is infinite. Keep changing your genres of music, accept different kind of music. Learn that acceptance. Because that is your first step towards accepting other situations, other people, and more importantly, accepting yourself.
Okay, so any mental illness, let it be any therapy, it cannot cure completely. this is what you're saying. Just
No.
for the audience,
No.
I want to clear it out for
I
them.
have not said that.
Yes.
I have not said that.
No, just in case if you are on medication or you are on any therapy, it cannot cure completely. It's all within yourself, how you want to cure yourself.
Puneet, let me ask you. Have you got ego?
Yes, absolutely.
Can that be cured?
No.
You got the answer. You have to keep working towards it, right?
Working towards it.
Similar thing, you have to keep working towards this also. That is one thing called that four-letter word, L-I-F-E, life. Keep walking. Keep walking. Life is beautiful.
So
Don't complicate it.
would you give some examples or some self treatments to do with yourself to improve your mental health?
Very simple. I'll give you an example of myself.
Yeah,
how it
perfect,
started.
Perfect.
I wake up in the morning, thanks to my boy. I wake up at 8. I make my cup of coffee. I keep my newspaper in front of me, physical newspaper. I'm not into online. And I just sit blank. I just sit blank, doing nothing. You know why? Because doing nothing is also doing something. At today's time, doing nothing is very difficult.
Very difficult. You cannot sit down.
Because that doing nothing, down the line, you will get used to it. It will make that lovely, healthy pattern 5 minutes. It creates you in a zone. It's a different feeling. Yeah, मैं अभी कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Switch off everything. Then get back to your routine. That is when that I'm on with my coffee, I'm on with my paper, I'm on with my normal chores. But that nothing is very difficult today to find. Kuch na kuch people want to do it. Why? Another module. 10 minutes a day. Okay, you drive, you listen to music.
I love doing that.
Fantastic. How it takes you on a different zone. 10 minutes a day before bed. Listen to some music, instrumental or soft music or a different genre of music before you sleep. See how it works on your mind. Your sleep pattern will get better. You will get healthy sleep. You will get healthy sleep. That 10 minutes makes a lot of difference. So in a day, I'm sure 5 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night is not difficult to remove for yourself.
Not at all. Not at all.
For yourself.
Not at all. And believe me, I think during the first episode you pointed out how much distance you travel. So it takes me 2 hours to reach, and 30 minutes of music in my ears, it makes my day.
Exactly.
It works wonders for me.
You know, researchers have proved it. How music has helped people. In today's paper, there's an article. Neuroscientists have discovered how the brain is functioning. They are reading more about it. They're doing more research on it. How it does wonders. And can I be honest?
Of course. That's why we are here.
Through my music, I wouldn't say my music, through music and my curation, I don't want to take all the credit, no, yes, but I proudly want to say this, is I have got a lady out of coma on day number 5.
Since how long she was in coma? Before you getting into her life?
No. What had happened, it was a tiny surgery which led to complications, and ultimately the doctor gave up. She's in coma. She can get up tomorrow, she can get up after a month, we don't know. It's coma.
But when did you get into her life?
That very next day.
Okay, the very next day, okay.
Okay, the person, a relative called me up. By the way, she happens to be a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
Whose sister was hospitalized. Okay.
Oh. Is she fine now?
I'll tell you more.
Okay.
And on day number 5, she woke up because I told her what to do after taking the permission of the doctor, of course. She woke up. Whoever wants to take the credit, God bless. I don't want to get into that. It's been 4.5 years now. Last what I got to know from my friend, her sister is running the 10 kilometer marathon.
Wow.
15 kilometer marathon.
Amazing.
That same lady who was going through a phase so grave.
Amazing.
So there are a lot of instances I can keep on, you know. Idea is accept music the way it is and just go with the flow and feel the magic. Feel the magic. And of course, for any kind of help, there are professionals who can help you out on this. Because it's always a give and take. Because today when a person comes to me also, there are so many things I learn from a team. There are so many things a team can learn from me. It's a give and take. That's why I always emphasize talk to real people. Talk to real people.
Friends, you've heard it. You've shared it. This is serious. If you ever feel the need to reach out to someone, please do it. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could even be Mr. Roshan. I'm gonna share his contact details right below the description. You can pause the video, take down the number, reach out to him. If not him, भाई साहब, there are government helplines. वहां पे बात करो. But as he correctly mentioned, do went out. Mr. Mansukhani, we are in the closing now. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here. So, just in case if someone wants to reach out to you, so does your service restrict only till Mumbai, or can you go to places outside Mumbai?
No, I do travel in and around, and of course there have been times that there have been international travels. Having said that, I also do conduct on Zoom with a lot of youngsters, adults, all around the world. In fact, during COVID, when the Zoom thing came up, it opened avenues, and I've connected to, I think, if not half, but at least 30% of the world.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Yeah, I'm talking in modes of workshops as well as one-on-one counseling.
Wow. Can you please tell about your recent achievement about Karamveer Chakra?
I don't want to talk about my achievements because I consider every second of the day as an achievement. I consider every second of the day as a bonus. I consider every student of mine, every client of mine who comes to me as a blessing. Why as a blessing? Is I was kind of helpful for that person to get some kind of clarity. Now coming to it, I would like to also tom-tom on something. People usually say, don't tom-tom about things. I mean, it looks very...
What is tom-tom?
Tom-tom, don't talk, don't brag about it.
Okay, brag.
This is something I would like to brag about.
Okay.
Because this is something very serious, guys. In the last 8.5 years, only through my work, I proudly say, I repeat, I proudly say this, I've helped change the mind of 39 people from suicidal thoughts.
And they've reached out to you.
Whoever reached out, I don't want to get there. I reach out, they reach out.
Yeah.
We connected. And I was instrumental in helping 39 people change their mind from suicidal thoughts. Those are my credentials. Those are my real achievements.
What do you hope that listeners should take away from this conversation? It's a long talk. We had a long talk.
Yeah, two things. Understand one thing, that if your mind is happy, your body is happy. And the most important thing, I don't want to say don't fear of anything, but keep one mantra always. Life is beautiful. It's only we who complicate it. I would only want to conclude it saying that.
Well, I think that's all we have. And that's all we have for our listeners as well. Guys, thank you so much for connecting with me in my first conversation. Thank you, Mr. Roshan. Thank you, friends. Thank you for connecting. Thank you so much.